The year was 1973 when the ladies of Northmoor Street were looking for a discussion, not one about school, the neighborhood, the kids, but a thought-provoking conversation. So then came a book. And now in 2024, this book club is making headlines. Take a look.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
After 50 years of turning pages, these readers flipped to a chapter that was unexpected.
Teresa phoned me and she said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" She said, "You're not going to believe this. The Today Show called me." And I'm like, "What?" She said, "They want to do something on the book club." I said, "Teresa, what are you smoking?"
Did you think that this was an appropriate diversion to the story?
The Northmoor Book Club's 50th anniversary came with national attention. A day with today.
It was fun. It was an experience that I had never expected to have. And just to get an insight into all that it takes to put something together like that.
While these lifelong friends spent a day in the spotlight, this club started out as a place of escape.
Basically, to get away from our children for a while.
First came a discussion about the book Plain Speaking, a biography of Harry S. Truman. Then came 50 years of friendship, of mothers helping each other through some of their worst days and happiest moments.
There were times when you just needed a freaking break. You know, we loved our children. We were with them all the time. They meant everything to us. But we were also individuals who were so swamped with 4 or however many kids you had, and we didn't get to be us.
We didn't always agree. We still don't always agree. And we still are friends. And we have managed to keep that friendship. And now I refer to it as my village.
So, as we introduced the Show Me Book Club in 2024, we realized we needed to know from the experts. How do you keep a book club for 50 years? The ladies share with me first a consistent schedule.
We schedule book club once a month, third Tuesday of the month. We don't change that. Now we meet at 7. We've talked about 6, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. You have to know your audience.
With a start time that is open to changes as the decades pass.
We've discussed starting at lunch.
Each member hosts 1 month. When you host, you pick the book.
Gee whiz, I seem to be known for why did you choose that book?
There are no limits on the book, but preferred to be a story that will spark conversation. Which leads us to...
When you have something to say, you get to hold the banana.
The banana.
It was decided one night when everybody had read this very interesting book and they were all talking to each other instead of waiting their turn and speaking to the group. And so somebody said, "Stop the music," went out into the kitchen and got the banana out of the refrigerator and said, "You can only talk if you're holding the banana."
But perhaps the most important rule of all.
And they said, "Well, are there any men?" And we said, "No, we don't want any men." "No? Why? This is our time."
No men allowed.
Love it. I love it.
Mary,
oh my gosh.
I had the best day with these ladies, with Julie and Gloria. It might have been one of my favorite shoots ever.
I believe it. They are just so full of life and energy and hilarious.
They were
oh my
so
goodness.
fun. And they talked about having the Today Show come, how much fun they had with the crew. The crew didn't want to leave the house. And I was like, relatable.
Yeah.
But Julie was saying, I just couldn't believe that they took our full day of conversation and edited it down to 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm glad you recognize that. That is the hardest part of the job.
You have an insight to what they do, and now they have an insight to what you do as well. That's
it was
incredible.
Beautiful.
I just love the camaraderie of it all. they made me laugh so many
Right?
times with
Yes.
the, this is our time away from the kids,
Yeah.
and it was just a really special story. And seeing it on the Today Show, I mean,
Right?
wow, yeah.
Right, and rightfully so. It's remarkable. 50 years. So I have to say, we have our own book club here, Mary.
Yes, we
and
do.
This is the only reason why we're not going to keep up with these ladies. Is every meeting it's a new book.
Yeah, and this is taking us a little while.
Yeah, it's taking us a little while, but we have our banana.
We do.
We have our banana. So, Mary, I know that you had a little discussion question for where we are in the book. We're about halfway
Yes.
through.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you the banana.
Thank you, Mary. This is hilarious. Shout out to Katharina Eggman for
Yes.
bringing us this banana. So the book, we have
Yeah.
William, who just went through a lot.
Yeah.
And so his depressive experience, is that something, did it feel real to you? So William, he just kind of disappears, but he just became a father.
Yeah.
I remember talking to you about this in the office. I'm wondering if William is going through like a depression after having the kid. Women, it's very natural that women go through a lot after having children. But for William, that's something I don't think about a lot as a woman, is what is the man going through?
Yeah.
And I think he just had a really, I think he lost it. He had a
Yeah.
little bit of a breakdown.
He did have a breakdown. He did. Oh, thank you.
Banana.
Banana.
Your turn.
And I think that the thing about William's character is it's so complicated with his broken home, the upbringing, not feeling loved by his parents. But I do love the fact that he's a male character struggling with this mental health, and it's so talked about, because that's not usually what you see in
Right.
media. So to have a man that's going through it, it's almost just like eye-opening that there are probably people in our lives.
Eye-opening is
we don't even
totally the word
realize.
for it.
Yeah.
Eye-opening is the word. I
So-
started talking without the banana. I'm not following the
That's
rules.
right. We're going to get better because we got to start reading more too.
We're going to start reading
Yeah,
more, and
we
we
are.
would love for you to read along with us
Yes,
as well.
we sure will.